Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirits. For the new people joining, this is not a political poll, this is a spiritual poll. A group of us come together every Sunday and we play on the web of creation. I imagine this big light web, like a spider web, that encircles the world, goes through the world, the universe, the galaxies, and whatever we think of, whatever we do, however we play our little web string, vibrates throughout the whole universe. And we, in fact, get to change the world by our intentions and by what we think. So today, I wanted to look at, on the way home, oops, I forgot to plug this in. Hopefully this isn't going to mess things up. This is the fourth time I've done this video because I keep running out of space on my iPad. Oh, yeah. Okay. On the way back from Shasta, I heard 4 words: community, curiosity, awareness, and joy. Community, curiosity, awareness, and joy. I thought there should be one more: gratitude, so that's a bonus. And that's my angels and ancestors. Let me drop this down a little bit. And so we got a lot of messages while in Shasta. A lot of them were when we were in community. A lot of them when I was by myself, solo, and a lot of them were when I was just with somebody else and we were just talking. But there is a big shift going on, and with the summer solstice, with just the different earth energies. And so there's something big happening. And I heard these words, and so I pulled 4 cards and I wanted to see what the cards had to say, what they can remind us of this big earth shift that we're dealing with. So community, what are we doing in the community? Oh, this is my Beyond Lemuria deck. And as I've already read this once, twice, so I should be pretty good at it. But I'm always surprised, again, with that energy. A new blueprint. We are getting a new blueprint. I kept hearing up in Shasta. I got called to Shasta to get a download. I'm thinking, a download? What is that? It's a little seed packet that will expand later, or, I mean, it's not like a light switch goes off. So we may not even feel anything. And it's just not Shasta. There's other intersecting vortexes or powerful places on the planet that we can go to get this information, that we can get these downloads. We can, I believe, even create our own special sacred holy place in our apartments, in our homes, maybe outside. We don't need to go to these places. It may be easier for us to get this information. Maybe, I don't know. But we are definitely getting, the community is getting a new blueprint. All of us. Curiosity. So now we're getting this new blueprint. What's the curiosity about this? Ooh. The spiral. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. The spiral is all about taking a deep dive, going deep. This is one of the oldest forms, the spiral, in nature. So we get to travel down into a new DNA that is going to, it's going to change who we are. Now, we may feel fear in this spiral of, oh my gosh, I'm falling down into the spiral. But in this spiral, you can walk out easy. So it's an easy walk down and it's an easy walk up. So be curious as to what's in the spiral, what's in the depth of this new blueprint. In the awareness card, I'm using Return of Spirit, is shifting. So as we get this new download, where we may not even be aware of what it is, but the awareness is that we are shifting. There is a shift. The joy row is Angels Oracle cards. I used these because they were little and I was running out of real estate space. And this one says creative project. Is this art? Is it music? Is it writing? Is it dancing? Is it jumping up and down and just being joyful? Creative project is joy. And if you tap all of these in together, I mean, I think of myself when I was writing. I would face a blank page. I would face the abyss of nothingness, of blank. And I would start writing. I used a keyboard. Early on, I used a typewriter. That's spelled T-Y-P, never mind. Old school, clickety-clack, ding, move on, next line. And sometimes when I first started writing on that blank page, what I wrote was nonsensical. It made no sense. I just wanted my fingers to start moving. I wanted the words to come out so that after a while, my brain would catch up with my fingers and they would form, and the words would form sentences. So the nonsensical letters would form words, which would then form sentences, which would then be some kind of a cohesive thought. Now, if I was a really great writer, it would have been a cohesive thought, but it was some kind of a cohesive thought. New blueprints. Jump into the spiral. Feel the shift. And be joyful in this creative new project. All right, well, let's take row 2 and do it a little differently. I'm starting out with the Mystical Shaman for community. Standstill. Interesting. So when I look at this, I go, okay, community, solitude. Speaking of nonsensical. And then I look at this and I look at the person looking at the sunrise, or is it the sunset? If you're looking at the sunrise, you're looking at new beginnings. You're looking at your day ahead. You're looking at what is possible to create this day. If you're looking at the sunset, you're looking at what you did, what you accomplished, what the day was. and you kind of relax into it. I know for me, when I was working my my daily job, I would get up and hit the ground running. I'd have a cup of coffee and then be gone. And so there wasn't really a standstill in the morning. I had to force myself to do the standstill. In the afternoon, at the end of the day, many times I was still working. I didn't get to see the sunset because I was still out there working. And as a community card, it feels like the community needs to take a breath and to see where we have come from and or what we are accomplishing, what we are creating. What are we creating in the dawn, and where have we come from, and what have we learned from the past day? And it's a quiet reflection. Curiosity, return of spirit card, music. Okay. As I think about music, it's all about vibrations. And the vibrations that we create on this web, as I like to imagine it, what are we creating? What if we played a different vibrational note down into this spiral? So I think it's like be creative, have a curiosity in what music we're playing. And the awareness card is the angels, and it's all about grounding oneself. When I first started on this metaphysical journey, and they said, in order to access your higher potential spirit, you have to ground yourself. And I thought, well, that's the opposite way of where I want to go. I want to go to the higher realms, but I have to ground myself first. It just felt like it was backwards. But it's not. We have to be grounded in who we are, in Mother Earth, in the awareness that we're on this physical plane, and then we get to soar. And it's one of those magical things that happens to me. You can't just fly up there. You need to settle yourself down. You need to have that stand still moment. And then the joy card is Beyond Lemuria. Awakened awareness. Wow. It's pretty clear that the message that's coming through, without looking at the last column, is all the new stuff that we are getting. We may not be aware of it, but we're waking up to the awareness. We're waking up to the new blueprint. We may not know how to play it musically, but it's shifting. Ground ourselves and let's see what this is bringing to us, how we're supposed to live our lives. All right, let's go back to the top. Again, community. This is the return of spirit. And it's all about integrity. And as I've said before, that y'all didn't hear because I ran out of space, I didn't know that. I wouldn't think that we would get this card as a community because we're light beings, we're light warriors, we're light workers. But there's an element of integrity that needs to be there. We need to be aware that we need integrity in our work. Maybe we are falling short in our integrity, and maybe it should be our awareness of integrity. I don't know. But as a community, we need to keep our vibrations high. We need to keep our integrity intact. There's a lot that can pull. There's a lot that can pull it away. Okay. Curiosity. The angels say relationship. Curiosity. So is this, oh look, it's an alicorn. Look, who is this? This is a new deck for me. So, it's a woman riding on an alicorn. I didn't notice that. So this magical relationship. So we have relationships in 3D with our spouses, with our friends, with our families. Then we have a relationship with ourselves. Then we have a relationship with spirit. Then we have a relationship with the magical alicorn. And maybe it's not then we have a relationship. It may be and we have a relationship. So all of these different relationships we have, it feels like this card is suggesting be curious with all of them. Drop down this spiral and be curious in what is coming forth in this relationship. And whatever we find, it's going to be music. We're going to create music. And we need to have integrity of what music we're creating. The awareness card is beyond Lemuria. The awareness of our unlimited self, the crown chakra. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I told you I've read this 3 times. That one constantly sends shivers. The unlimited self, the new blueprint. We're shifting into this relationship with ourselves that is going to awaken who we truly are. And I think it's part of Source, if not Source. All right. Mystical Shaman says joy is smoky mirror. When we look into the mirror and see our unlimited self, we also see the limited self. And both of those are who we are. One of the angels in 3D form and in 5D form said to me, when she looks at somebody, she did a lot of work with other people, strangers and things. She goes, when I meet somebody, I look at them as a mirror of myself. So if they have some issues, I look at that as do I have those issues? Is this part of me? Which it is, because we are all part of each other. And this smoky mirror is part of us too. It's not all clear. It's not all the highest integrity. Sometimes we fail and we have to pick ourselves up. It's okay because we're shifting. This smoky mirror too, especially underneath the unlimited self, I look at this and I say, what are we not willing to look at? Our unlimited selves. Are we not willing to look at us as being creators, part of the creation process? Oh, deep, deep. We're getting a new blueprint, so we may be really in touch with that we are all part of creation, that we can create miracles, that we have unlimited potential. We are unlimited selves. And we'll get that through the standstill, through grounding, through our relationship with our higher selves. And the bonus card that I'm getting, I use my Angels and Ancestors card, and it's all about grounding. Not grounding, I'm sorry. It's gratitude. This is my bonus gratitude card that I thought was missing out of those words. And it's drum, dream, and journey. And I asked them, could you be a little more clear for gratitude? And you'll find gratitude in the dream, in the journey. Be grateful that we're on this path. Be grateful that we get to create in our drumming, in our dreaming, in our journeys. The rhythmic music, the spiral, the unlimited self, the shifting, the new blueprint. Stay in integrity, keep that in our awareness. Even the third or fourth time I've done this, it's super powerful. I truly feel we are walking and maybe even running and maybe even flying into this new awareness from this blueprint, from these energies that are coming down and permeating everything about us, activating our DNA, reactivating some DNA. I think it's through the vibration of music, through drum, through stillness, through curiosity, through community, awareness, and joy. We forget the joy. Oh my gosh, we forget the joy. I'm so joyful that you all are here on this journey with me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Peace and love.